America, wake up, America, wake up!
So I basically watched this video like, maybe just less than a month ago.
Told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
And in that video, Malcolm X, he basically details that so-called black celebrities who, are known as entertainers and at the same time try to be activists are merely a joke and not to be taken seriously because they hoot and holler and dance for white supremacy, aka the system. And that took deep seed in me because I rap, you know what I mean? So I was like, well, if Malcolm X holds the most weight with me because it was his autobiography that basically brought me to taking my Shahada, which is bearing witness that, the source is the Most High and the only thing worthy of worship, and that the praiseworthy, aka Muhammad, is the messenger of that source, otherwise known as Allah or God, if your knowledge is meager, but whatever. And it just hit me hard because I was like, you know what, he's right. It goes back to let me make it very simple. As for those who might have knowledge of the Bible or the parables of Jesus, you know what I mean? And I'm not a Christian and I'm not co-signing Christianity in any way, shape, or form, but there's something that Jesus said in the gospel. And he said, you can't serve two masters. You'll love one and hate the other. So I have to decide if I'm going to be a rapper or if I'm going to try to initiate change and be a revolutionary. That line has to be drawn in the sand. There is no being a revolutionary and a rapper at the same time. Because if I become a rapper, I'm going to get sucked up into the politics of the music industry, or maybe not even be acknowledged by the music industry, spend all my time and my energy trying to get into the music industry to be rejected by those in the music industry because my message is revolutionary to begin with. You know what I mean? And I've seen that happen a lot. It happened to Dead Prez. It happened to Immortal Technique. KRS-One is, you know what I mean, kind of on that line. Same with Public Enemy, right? All of these guys were revolutionary, but at the same time, they had to kowtow to the politics of the music industry. And if you're kowtowing to the politics of the music industry, by virtue and default, you're bowing down to the very same system that you're speaking out against, you know? And it goes even further than that to say, like, when you're on social media and you're blasting the system, remember you're using tools and implements of that same system to spread your message. So beware and be wise to that. But that's another subject. It's more important to elevate self rather than seek fame. You know? There's only 2 rappers that are remembered after being shot dead. Tupac and Biggie. Do you know how many other rappers since them have died or have been put in jail for life for murder or attempted murder since then, and there's no public awareness of that? Think about that for 1 minute. Then I was made privy to another video. This getting on this topic brings up another video that I watched. And it was a video about how rappers were told by major labels that certain investors bought privatized prisons. And they wanted these rappers to rap gangster lyrics and speak about criminal lifestyle in order to influence inner city youth, particularly so-called black youth, to engage in gang violence and drug trafficking and gun crime, to fill these privatized prisons, to make these private investors money. And that's what rap was used for during the early 90s. So since like NWA. Now, I'm not trying to bash conscious rap, but I already explained that when you're in the rap game, you are subject to those politics. So I'm not gonna go over that again. And if you're trying to elevate self, you're not gonna find yourself performing in front of millions of people. That's not the way it works. Unless you're spreading a message and your mind is free and you don't answer to nobody except the Most High. And if you're answering to anybody other than the Most High and you're not so-called independent, then you don't have a real platform. Your platform has been given to you, and if it's been given to you, it can be taken away. And if they take it away and they decide to take it away, you'll never get it back again, and they'll bury you. And if you pledge allegiance to these Freemasons, or, you know, if you pledge allegiance to the Illuminati, or if you pledge allegiance and work with, you know, I'm going to sound anti-Semitic, but it has to be said, if you pledge allegiance with these Jews and you don't abide by the contracts that you sign with them, you're finished. And though, what is it called nowadays? Cancel culture you, where you will be no longer acknowledged and you'll be forgotten instantaneously as if you never existed. On that premise, that is not a basis or a platform or a foundation in which to springboard awakening to other people or to facilitate growth within even your own self. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave it at that.